Hi, it's Melissa here, and I just have a quick video that I wanted to share with you. It's something that has been really on my heart. A couple weeks ago, some friends of ours, their son passed away suddenly. Like he was not sick. There was no notice, no nothing. He just, in the morning, he was fine, appeared to be fine, and then suddenly he was no longer with us. And the family's grieving, we're grieving, the community's grieving, and although this is a heavy topic, I just felt like it needed to be shared, and I wanted to provide some type of a tribute for my friends and for the amazing man that we lost. Typically, when I'm posting videos on social media, it's upbeat and it's relating to grace and salt communication in the business context. And so I thought today, because my heart's pretty heavy, I thought today we'd talk about grace and salt from a personal context. And what do you do in times of crisis when you have a dear friend of yours who is grieving, mourning, just really struggling, right? We all are. And what do you do, and how do you help them with, from a context of grace and salt? And as you can imagine, we don't want a lot of salt in these kind of conversations, right? Salt being truth, but we do want to focus on memories, but we also want to just be there. And as my daughter will say, be there in the suck, right? Because this is a awful time, but it's something that they have to go through. We all have to go through. And sometimes just being there and sitting in that awkward silence as people are in their own thoughts and thinking about memories and thinking about what the future looks like and questioning God and questioning why did this happen? Why did God take him so early, and when we weren't finished with him yet? That's what my dear friend says, and I think he puts it very, very well. So when it comes to grace and salt in these times of crisis, it's all related to grace. And I just wanted to share with you that as you're going through your day, maybe it's something that you've experienced in the recent past, or maybe it's in the future, that if you're faced with that situation where you have a dear friend of yours or family member or what have you that is going through this type of sad time of their life, that the best thing to do is just to be there. They know you don't know what to say, but you do need to say something. Don't avoid it. Don't avoid them. Check in for them. Don't ask. Here's one thing that my daughter taught me recently when it comes to tragedy and what to do, is most of us will say, let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. And that puts the onus on the other person, the person grieving, for them to reach out to you and say, hey, here's something you could do for me. Well, they're not going to do that. They're really not going to do that. So here's my advice to you from my daughter, who's super smart, is you reach out to them and just say, hey, checking in. How are you? Don't wait for them to reach out to you. And it makes us feel better, right? Let me know if there's anything I can do. I'm here for you. Let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. And you're serious and you're sincere and you really want to help. But by putting that onus on them, they're not going to reach out to you. And you feel better, right? You feel like, yeah, no, I offered and I mean it, but I didn't hear anything. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to hang out and just in that awkward silence and be there for them. Or I want you to check in. So think about somebody that maybe has gone through a tragedy in the last year, however long it's been, and I want you to reach out to them and just say, hey, checking in. How are you? I know this was pretty heavy today, but it was something that needed to be said. I miss my friend, and I'm sad for the family and for all of his friends, and we'll talk next time.